Know you love me, girl, so that I love you. Know you love me, boy, so that I love you. 3년이나 이 곁에 있어줘서 참 고마워. Know you love me, girl, so...
Where is Ryan? She said, looking at the maid who served her tea. She hasn't come to work yet, ma'am. Mrs. John frowned a little. It never happens. Is she alright? I don't know, ma'am. Mrs. John nodded and signed her to go. The maid nodded and walked away from there. Where is Jungkook? You were going towards the mansion, taking slow steps. Basically, you don't want to go, but this isn't something to choose. You work here and make a living. If you stop working, you may be homeless. Your mind was blank and you were walking lost in your thoughts when you suddenly stopped seeing a man standing in front of you. Your eyes filled up, but you controlled your tears and looked away, trying to walk from the other side, but he blocked your way. What's wrong? You didn't look at him, feeling so vulnerable at this moment. He tilted his head, trying to look at your face. What's wrong? He again asked. Nothing. A slow whisper came out from your mouth as you were about to walk, but he grabbed your hand, making you bite your lower lip as you tried to suppress your tears. He walked in front of you before looking at you. Did you cry? He noticed your red eyes, which were slightly puffy, although you tried to cover them with makeup, but it didn't work. It's because of an allergy. Let me go now. I'm already late. You try to go, but he doesn't leave your hand. Lying to me? It was getting hard for you to control your tears, so you jerked his hand and walked inside, leaving him confused. He was confirmed that something had happened. He walked behind you. You are late today, she said as she noticed you coming inside. I'm sorry I didn't able to wake up on time. Hey, are you okay? Your eyes are red, she asked concernedly when she noticed you. You smiled and spoke while cleaning the kitchen. Yes, I'm okay. Girl, you need to take care of yourself. Sleep on time. Children around your age need to get proper sleep. Are you eating properly? You forced a weak smile and nodded. Yes, I'll take care of myself. She nodded and walked away from there, doing another work. Jungkook was going towards the kitchen when Mrs. John stopped him. Jungkook? He stopped and turned towards her as she walked near him. Yes, Mom. I thought you left for work. Jungkook got a little nervous because he was going to work when he saw you coming, and now he couldn't leave before knowing what happened to you. Yes, I almost left, but I left my phone in my room, so I was going to take it. She made an O face. Oh, wait, let me ask the maid, and they will bring it. It's okay, Mom, I'll take it by myself. She looked at him. Why would you when we have workers in our house? Ryan? She called your name loudly. Mom, why are you disturbing them in the middle of their work? I can take it by myself too. It's my phone. They work for money. We pay them a good amount, so there's no need to pity them. She looked at you who came there. You called me, ma'am? Yes, Jungkook forgot his phone in his room, so bring it. You bowed and walked upstairs, avoiding eye contact with Jungkook. Jungkook looked at his mother. Why do you do this? She already looking unwell. She doesn't ask me for leave. She's fine, I guess, and you don't have to show empathy to other workers, she said and left from there while Jungkook sighed and looked upstairs. He couldn't control himself anymore, so he walked towards his room. You found Jungkook's phone and was going out of the room when you saw Jungkook coming inside. He closed the door so no one noticed you. Your phone. I have to go. You gave him his phone and was about to leave when he grabbed your arm and pulled you closer to him. Can you please stop ignoring me and tell me what happened to you? You slowly looked at him. Your eyes again started filling with tears. What happened? Tell me if there's something wrong. You swallowed and lowered your eyes. I'm going to quit working here. He frowned. Did something happen? Did Mom say anything? He got worried while you shook your head. No, but I won't be able to work here. Why? What's the reason? I'm pregnant, you said, looking at him with your teary eyes while you could see he was surprised, but he gathered himself. I knew something like this would happen, and it did. You looked down as a sob left from your mouth. Did you test it by yourself? I visited the hospital last night because I was having a headache and vomiting continuously. There I found out. You cried. What would I do now? I'm so scared. He hugged you tightly and rubbed your back, trying to comfort you. Don't cry. It's okay. No need to be scared. I'm here. What would happen if your parents came to find out? I think I should leave before that. I don't want them to hate you because of me. He broke the hug and held your shoulders. Where would you go? Will you sacrifice yourself for something that I'm also involved? At that time we might have not been in senses, but now I won't step back from my responsibility. I'll tell them about our relationship. You shook your head. You are going to start your career soon. I don't want someone to pull you down already. It's not the time, Jungkook. I don't care. I decided to love you. We fell in love and now I won't leave you. Like this, that too when you need me the most. I'll soon tell them and I'm ready for whatever comes after. Your tears slide down. Ryan, can you please wipe this table from here? I accidentally spilled some coffee. Jungkook picked the tissue and wiped the spot, making her mother look at him shocked. OMG Jungkook, what are you doing? Why are you cleaning it? You also came there by that time. Mom, we can at least do this by ourselves. It's not good to depend on workers for everything. You are behaving weird. Leave that tissue. Why? Take it and throw it in the dustbin. You came to him, but before that he walked towards the dustbin. It's okay, I like doing my work by myself. And he walked away from there. Mrs. John looked at her husband. What happened to him? Let him. At least he said something sensible. Mrs. John sighed. She looked at you. Clean all this from here. I lost my appetite already. She also walked away. You bowed and started doing your work. Days started to pass and Jungkook always makes sure you don't work much. He was taking care of you properly. You even visited the hospital for checkup and you also saw your little angel through ultrasound. Your belly also started growing up as you entered in 4th month. No one was aware of this and that was a good sign for both of you. Jungkook was doing his best to become a good lover. He was soon planning to disclose his relationship. He was just waiting for the right time. Meanwhile, Mrs. John was getting a little suspicious as she noticed changes in Jungkook's behavior. He mostly tried to stay home so that he can take care of you. But it was impossible, yet he managed to take time. One day Jungkook wasn't home. He has to go to Japan for a business deal. His mother poured all her anger on you, and for a whole week she made you overwork that made your health worse. Jungkook was coming home after a week, so she ordered you to cook the food, and because another maid who used to work with you was absent too, so you have to do all the work by yourself despite of being sick. He touched your forehead and it was burning. You have body pain, but sadly there was no one whom you can tell. You were missing Jungkook a lot, and luckily he was coming today. You were 19 when you first came in this house as you wanted a job. There was nothing you could do, and because you needed financial help, you had no choice but to work as a maid. Although they weren't first agreed to give you this work as you were still young, but the place was empty, plus you needed financial support. Slowly Jungkook, who is the head of this family and also a little cold as he doesn't like talking much, and you both started feeling an attraction towards each other, and in no time you came closer. This was unusual for Jungkook, but he liked you from the start. He fell for your innocence. It's been a year and now you got pregnant with his child after you guys spent a night together. That day was a little overwhelming. You needed him and he was there for you the whole night, but then emotions took control over both of you. You don't know what will going to happen, but you are sure that Jungkook would handle everything. You trust him. All of a sudden you started to feel like things are spinning around you. You shook your head trying to clear your vision, but in no time you collapsed on the floor. Mrs. John smiled when she saw Jungkook. She got up and walked towards her son. "Welcome back, son." Jungkook flashed a slight smile, but his mind was somewhere else. He wanted to see you. Only he knew how he lived for a week without you. You proved to be the right heir of this family. Congratulations on winning the first deal. Thanks, Mom. I'll go and get refreshed. Feeling a little tired. Sure. Come to have dinner with us, okay? Today there's all your favorite dishes. He forced a smile. Right then a maid came running. What's wrong? Ryan, she fainted suddenly. What? The moment Jungkook heard that, he ran towards the kitchen. Mrs. John followed. Ryan, open your eyes. He put your head on his lap and tapped your cheeks to wake you up. Seeing him terrified, Mrs. John was so stunned. She wasn't understanding why Jungkook was so worried, and his behavior was something she doesn't want to be this way for a maid. She looked at the other maid. Call the doctor. She again looked at Jungkook. Jungkook picked you up and walked outside the kitchen when Mrs. John stopped him. Lay her down in the living room. He doesn't listen to her and walked upstairs in his room. Mrs. John knew her fear actually turned true. The doctor checked your pulse before looking at Jungkook, who was standing there near Ryan. Mrs. John was standing at a distance. She was looking at you, who was laying on Jungkook's bed. And she also noticed Jungkook, who was concerned. She knew something is going on between you two, and now she already decided to not let you work here anymore. What happened to her? Why did she faint suddenly? The doctor was hesitating a little before saying what she found out. She fainted because of exhaustion. Nothing serious. I think she wasn't taking enough rest in this condition. Jungkook looked at your sleeping figure. What do you mean by this condition? What happened to her? She said, coming forward. The doctor hesitated as she looked at you and then at her. Actually, she's pregnant. 4 months now. The symptoms are clearly visible. What? She was stunned to say anything. At such a young age, I thought she lived alone. If she takes proper rest, she would be fine. I'll give some medicines and they will help. Jungkook got up. He took the medicine and the doctor left. Mrs. John scoffed slightly. I thought this girl is innocent. Anyways, now I think I should give her a long leave. We'll hire someone else. Jungkook looked at her. Mom, I need to take care of her and you're right. She's not going to work as any maid here. Mrs. John frowned. Why would you take care of her? She has a boyfriend or whatever who made her like this. I'm anyways going to fire her from work. That man is me. She's carrying my child, so I'm gonna take care of her. The floor underneath her feet seemed to slide as she looked at him with wide eyes. What? What did you say? Yes, she's pregnant with my child and I'm going to take care of her. He was boldly facing his mother without any fear. When the hell did you do this? You made a maid pregnant? She isn't a maid. I love her and I'm gonna marry her soon. Have you lost your mind? Are you trying to downgrade our family's reputation? How dare you to fall in love with a maid that too so much younger than you? Just because she's not a rich girl brought by you to marry me doesn't make her any less. Yes, I fell in love with her because that's what my heart felt when I saw her. And now if you have problem, you can throw me out from your family, but I'm not going to step back from my words. She scoffed. I never expected this from you. You disappointed me so much. She angrily left from there. Jungkook swallowed and stayed there for some minutes before walking near you. He slowly sat on the bed and caressed your head. Don't worry, I'm always here for you. It was a disaster when Jungkook's father came to know about it. This news slowly spread in the entire mansion. All the workers, guards, everyone came to know about it. Mr. John was strongly against it. He doesn't want Jungkook to choose something like this. He tried to make Jungkook understand in every possible way, but he was standing still on his decision. He was ready to give up on everything to start a life with you. You stopped coming to the mansion. This discussion continued for so many days, and no matter how much his parents tried to convince him, they even threatened him that they will throw him out from all the wealth and power he's going to inherit, but he was not ready to give up. At last, they have to give up because they don't want to lose their only son too. You both got married when you were 6 months pregnant. Of course, some people get a chance to look down on them and spread hate like how he got his maid pregnant. And now married for attention or sympathy. They said it was an evil plan of John family, but no matter what people say, you all were well aware of the truth. Mrs. John had to accept you as now you are going to give birth to the head of this family. She gave up on her ego and accepted you as a daughter-in-law. 4 months later. What happened to my bunny? Why is he crying? You felt a little relief seeing him back from work. I don't know what happened to him. He's crying non-stop from the morning. He doesn't let me sit for a while. My whole body is aching. Let me see. He walked near you and took his son in his arms carefully. You exhaled and dropped yourself on the bed. What happened to my bunny boy, huh? Did you trouble mom? See how tired you made her? He started playing with him and soon Jones to stop crying. Jungkook smiled. Were you missing me? He chuckled and soon Jungkook drifted off to sleep. He smiled and put in his grip before walking near you. He sat on the bed behind you and made you sit before massaging your shoulders. Wow, it feels so good. Thank you so much for coming like a savior. He chuckled and kissed your ear. Did I overwork you? I know it's a lot of work to handle a child. I'll try to be at home as much as I can. It's fine, you already did a lot. I also wanna learn something, or else he'll gonna taunt me in future saying that his dad used to do all the work. Jungkook laughed. Don't worry, son usually loves their moms the most. Really? Then it's fine. He laughed.